Meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Now, Channel 11 News. Coverage you can count on.
We're hoping to learn more about Ben Roethlisberger's season-ending injury and the Steelers' backup plan.
In just the last 5 minutes, the team tweeted that they've added quarterback Paxton Lynch. Go ahead, Gordon.
Yeah, Paxton Lynch to the practice squad, and Steelers coach Mike Tomlin will be holding his weekly news conference any time now. Channel 11 Sports Director Albie Oxenrider has the latest.
It was a busy Monday for the Steelers, and we're awaiting Mike Tomlin's weekly news conference. We'll hear from the coach for the first time since the news that Ben Roethlisberger is out for the season. Also, for the first time since the trade of a first-round pick in 2020 for defensive back Minkah Fitzpatrick. We'll have all of that and any other news coming up later in Channel 11 News at noon.
And new at noon, 2 women accused of selling drugs and driving under the influence.
And police say there were kids sitting in the back seat. Channel 11's Mike Holden has been sifting through police paperwork and joins us live with new information on the suspects. Mike?
Peggy and Gordon, good afternoon to you. These 2 women are facing a number of felony criminal charges. They were brought right here to the Allegheny County Jail behind us, and police said directly in that paperwork that not only did these women put themselves in danger, they put the 4 kids in the back seat in immediate danger. Pittsburgh police arrested and charged April Price and Chandra Sellers. The 2 women are accused of selling drugs and driving under the influence of marijuana, all while April's children were sitting in the back seat. Police were working undercover Monday night in Homewood. That's when they spotted a BMW parked along North Lang Avenue outside of this bar. They say they saw Price meet up with the man outside, show him a blue bag which he reached into, grabbing something and then walking away. Police pulled Price over moments later. When police went up to the car where Sellers was sitting in the passenger seat, they say the car and women reeked of marijuana. Price's 4 children were sitting in the back seat, none of them wearing seatbelts or in car seats. Officers say the women told them they had, quote, recently smoked marijuana. Police then searched Price's bag and found 4 bags of marijuana, a bag with Oxycontin, $200, and a sheet of people who owed her money. They also found a small jar of marijuana worth up to almost $1,000 in her purse. When police searched Sellers, they recovered 13 bags of crack cocaine in her bra, as well as marijuana from her front pocket.
It hurts me to what's happening to children and women, period. And they all need help. I know, yeah, she got caught with this and with that, but we don't know what it stems from.
Out here live this afternoon, Price's children are now in the care of other loved ones. Coming up on Channel 11 News at 5, we're diving deep into the story, getting more community reaction. Meantime, those 2 women are set to go before a judge in the next couple of days ahead. Reporting live this afternoon from the Allegheny County Jail, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
1 person was killed in a crash in Homewood. You could see a dirt bike sitting along Kelly Street. Police say 24-year-old Charles Allen crashed the bike into a van. He died a short time later at the hospital. That crash is under investigation. A fire chief says there were no hydrants near a home that burned to the ground in Westmoreland County. We first followed the fire on Luseco Road in Allegheny County as it was breaking during Channel 11 Morning News. A man inside woke up to the fire in his kitchen around 4:30. He called 911 and ran outside. Water tankers had to be brought in to put the fire out, but there was no saving the house.
A high school soccer team is accused of using racial slurs during a game. According to parents at Taylor Alderdice, players from the Connellsville boys soccer team, quote, goaded a black player and Latino member of the soccer team with racial slurs. It allegedly happened at a game over the Labor Day weekend. It's all laid out in a public letter written by Alderdice parents saying, in part, one of the Alderdice players responded in defense and was immediately ejected from the game. No one has addressed the inciting slurs, and the Connellsville coach has denied wrongdoing by his players. Pittsburgh Public Schools superintendent says he's looking into the allegations, and Whippeal has also been notified. More details now. Just last year, Penn Hill soccer players claimed they had racial slurs yelled at them by Connellsville players. Whippeal investigated and said the allegations were credible but unproven.
Increased security measures at Jeanette's McKee Stadium will stay for the rest of the season. Channel 11 told you last week about the changes after a deadly shooting during a football game. Some of those changes include metal detectors at the main gate and private security. Convicted child molester Jerry Sandusky will not be resentenced next week. The hearing was scheduled for next Monday, but today a judge put it on hold. The former Penn State football coach is serving 30 to 60 years for sexually abusing 10 boys. A new date for the resentencing has not been set.
A Butler County man is in custody accused of sexually assaulting 2 young girls. Police say 66-year-old Gary Grove sexually abused 2 girls beginning when they were just 4 years old. The abuse lasted several years. Grove faces more than 20 charges, including 12 felonies. He is due in court next week. Police are looking for a man they say broke into a home in the South Hills. It happened in broad daylight on Park Avenue in Bethel Park. Police say this man was wearing a ski mask when he knocked on the woman's door, then forced his way inside. He said he was looking for someone who did not live there. The woman ran to a neighbor's house to call 911.
Don't be alarmed if you hear explosions or see low-flying military helicopters this week. Remember, the Defense Department is in town, and they'll be training with Pittsburgh police, state troopers, and SWAT teams. You may see them downtown on the east end and north of Pittsburgh. That training runs until Sunday.
The Manhattan District Attorney has subpoenaed President Donald Trump's accounting firm. He wants the president's tax returns for the past 8 years. The subpoena stems from the criminal investigation into payments made to 2 women who both have claimed to have had affairs with the president prior to him taking office.
Now to Decision 2020. Elizabeth Warren drew one of the largest crowds of her campaign last night in New York's Washington Square Park. The Parks Department expected 8,000 to 10,000 people. An official attendance number has not been released. Democratic presidential hopeful Amy Klobuchar will be in Pittsburgh later this week. We are one of the stops on Klobuchar's Blue Wall Tour. She'll be hosting a meet and greet tomorrow night at Stacked on Forbes Avenue in Oakland.
Breaking news, Jeopardy host Alex Trebek revealed this morning he's getting chemotherapy again. We told you last month when he went back to work on Jeopardy and stopped his chemo, but he said he lost about 12 pounds in a week and his numbers went sky high.
The latest on a massive water main break in Hayes. We first followed this story as it was breaking yesterday at noon. A backhoe cut through a water line they didn't know was there, and it flooded the street and several homes. To make matters worse, a dump truck fell into a hole created by the rising water. The driver climbed out just before his truck went into that hole. PA American Water says crews are still making repairs. They expect that work to wrap up late this afternoon.
Well, good afternoon. Temperatures right now ranging from the low to mid 70s. It's 71 in Butler, 74 in Pittsburgh, actually warmer in Washington and down toward Waynesburg in the upper 70s, but still cooler than this time yesterday. Yesterday topping out near mid 80s, and right now looking at that 24-hour temperature change, Pittsburgh running about 4 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. Dew point wise, 50s in Butler and Beaver. That's the comfortable feel to the air. 60 in Pittsburgh, not bad. That number will continue to drop through the day. Still a little humid though in Washington, Waynesburg, Morgantown, where our dew points are up there in the low to mid 60s. So a comfortable afternoon is in store. We're going to keep that sunshine with a few clouds around for your afternoon plans. Here's the hour by hour, going from 77 at 2 to 79 degrees this afternoon at 5, falling to 72 at 8 p.m. with a mostly clear sky. We are in for a cooler night tonight. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Officials in Saudi Arabia say the fires in their oil fields are under control today, but the attack on their huge refineries this weekend could make problems in the U.S. NBC's Tom Costello has more on how all of this could cause a pain in your pocket.
It may be a world away, but the ripple effect may soon arrive at a gas station near you. Saturday's attacks took out 5% of the global oil supply, sending world oil prices surging. Within days, experts predict pump prices will also start edging higher.
Consumers could face steeper hikes than 25 to 40 cents a gallon, and the hikes could last up to Thanksgiving.
At the end of Monday, gas was averaging about $2.57 a gallon nationwide, 30 cents cheaper than a year ago. So if prices do jump by 30 cents, that would put prices back to where they were this time last year. But the U.S. is far less dependent on foreign oil than it once was. Today, the U.S. is the world's biggest oil producer, with a whopping 18% of the global total. Saudi Arabia produces 12%, followed by Russia and Canada. U.S. oil refineries have not been hit by a hurricane this year, and America is sitting on 645 million barrels of emergency oil reserve.
But a few years ago, they would have been in a panic. Today, We got a lot of oil, we got a lot of gas.
The president talked about potentially tapping the strategic oil reserve if necessary to stabilize prices. The reserve has about 143 days worth of imported oil protection, but right now the Energy Secretary Rick Perry says it's premature to talk about actually tapping that reserve. I'm Tom Costello in Bethesda, Maryland. Back to you.
We have seen a steady rise in Pittsburgh. According to AAA, the average for a gallon of gas is around $2.85. That's up 5 cents from just yesterday. Last week, we were paying about $2.76 a gallon.
Journalist Cokie Roberts passed away this morning after a battle with breast cancer. She was 75 years old. Roberts worked for ABC News for decades, where she covered U.S. and world politics. During her 40 years on air, Roberts won 3 Emmys, published bestsellers, and reported on both television and radio.
Downtown businesses say aggressive panhandling is scaring away customers. Channel 11 takes their concerns to city leaders to see what's being done to bring customers back.
Easy Pass is costing some drivers hundreds of dollars. One woman's fight to get her money back.
And an extremely close call for a tow truck driver. What another driver was doing that made him clip the truck and go airborne.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Check out the intense, action-packed world of esports. Top plays and interviews on Esports Weekly, Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. on WPXI.
How you doing? Watch me, Wendy, now on Channel 11. We've got your hot topics, celebrity guests on the couch, and a whole lot more. It's our big 10th season, so don't miss it every weekday at 11, right here on Channel 11.
Channel 11 News at 5, when you want news from where you live.
Downtown businesses are telling us they are concerned about aggressive panhandling and how it's affecting customers. There's no law in the books that says you can't panhandle, but the business owners tell Channel 11's Joe Arena what's happening is more than just panhandling.
We have the benches right out front here, and it can get a little crazy.
Business owner Chris Weck has been in downtown since 2011, and he's watched downtown thrive in the past 8 years. But today, he's also watching something else happen, and a lot of the time right in front of his sweet shop. Chris says he put these benches in front of his store for his customers, but a lot of the time, it's not customers using them.
They'll come and sit here and then start asking for money, and we have to go and ask them to move, and some people can get really aggressive. You know, I had a guy start threatening me, and I'm not going to do that. So I have to go in and call the authorities.
These types of incidents have now become a concern for his business.
It's going to make people uncomfortable. they're not going to want to go and shop there.
Chris says he would like to know what the mayor's office is doing about this problem. We took his concerns to the mayor's office, and Chief of Staff Dan Gilman spoke to us, telling us it's just a fact of life that exists in most cities across the country.
Every downtown in America is seeing it, and you're going to have it downtown because that's where your social service providers are. It's usually where your homeless shelters are. It's where your jail and your courthouses are. It's where bus routes change. It's your city center for a reason.
The mayor's chief of staff also told Joe the city has almost tripled the number of officers downtown in the last 3 to 4 weeks. And the mayor and public safety director have also walked the streets more recently to see firsthand what issues are out there.
Caught on camera, a man rams his skateboard through the window of an Oakland business. It happened early Sunday morning at Head of Glass Smoke and Vape Shop. Cameras also showed the suspect, Thomas Schimminger, smashing his elbow through the glass while holding what appears to be a can of beer. Police got a call about the burglary, and when they arrived, they found Schimminger about a block away. And when they ordered him to stop, officers say he threw the skateboard and several of the glass items he stole at police. Police say they were forced to tase him twice. They say he stole between $500 and $600 worth of items from the smoke shop.
An extremely close call for a tow truck driver in Michigan. Police say a distracted driver narrowly missed hitting the driver. He hit the bed of the tow truck instead, and the SUV went airborne. And you can see just how close this was to a tragedy. The tow truck driver ducked his head out around the pickup that he was towing when the SUV crossed the white line, clips the tow truck, and flips.
I just remember the sound. It was just a really loud bang against the bed. And then when I actually looked and saw the car rolling, it looked like it was in slow motion.
Wow, the SUV driver was not seriously hurt. The sheriff's office says the driver later told them he was looking down at the radio when he veered over the line. He was ticketed for careless driving.
More than 350 kids in the Elizabeth Forward School District are not taking the bus to school this week. The district has a contract disagreement with the company that provides busing. PA Coach Lines cut 3 of its 26 routes for the district. The company was court-ordered to provide service for 3 weeks while they negotiated a new contract, but that deadline has passed and there is still no deal. PA Coach Line sent us a statement saying, in part, unfortunately, while we have been working to the best of our ability to provide bus service for Elizabeth Forward students during the past 3 weeks, this arrangement is not sustainable. The superintendent told the Trib that he's waiting for a meeting with an Allegheny County judge to figure out a way to fix the issue.
General Mills is pulling some of its all-purpose flour because of E. coli concerns. The recall involves 5-pound bags of its gold medal, unbleached, all-purpose flour with a use-by date of September 6, 2020. Now, there aren't any reports of anyone getting sick, but General Mills says if you have it, throw it out.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and the number of Americans having a drink continues to rise, and so does how much they're spending on alcohol. A recent Gallup poll found 65% of American adults say they drink. It's the 3rd year in a row that percentage has gone up. USA Today reports the average spending on alcoholic beverages ranges from $500 to $1,200 per person every year. And that could explain why there is a shortage of White Claw seltzer. The company suggests it became the victim of its own success, with demand taking off faster than it expected. White Claw sales spiked by almost 300% in July compared to the same month last year. The company says it's working to increase its supply, but no word yet on where store shelves will fully be restocked.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
A live look outside over downtown, and we have plenty of sunshine, just a few clouds out there today. The winds are light, a really comfortable afternoon for many of us. We'll take a look at dew points in just a second. Right now, our temperatures and updates: 74 in Pittsburgh. We've got 75 in Greensburg. Warm colors there show where it is warmer. So places like Waynesburg, Morgantown, Washington in the mid to upper 70s. Look at our 24-hour dew point change. So again, dew points that measure the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, and the minus is actually how much the dew point numbers have gone down since this time yesterday. So 5 degrees cooler in Butler as far as the dew point goes. And that really just means that we have some drier air coming into the forecast. So by tonight, it's going to be really pleasant feeling for all of us across the area. You'll look at our dew point. It's 60 right now in Pittsburgh. Kind of borderline uncomfortable. You start getting over 60 and it becomes even more sticky and then oppressive feeling in the 70s. You know the drill. We talk about it all summer long, but again, that comfortable feel will be entering the forecast as dew points fall into the 50s later on today. Take a look at our grilling forecast hour by hour. Temperature-wise today, we're getting close to 80. By 7 p.m., it's 76 degrees. That sunshine continuing. As the sun goes down, we're going to have a mostly clear sky. Through 8 o'clock, about 72, falling to 69 degrees by 9 o'clock, but really just a picture-perfect evening for any of your outdoor plans once you get home from work or whatever you're doing out there today. Overnight tonight, we'll build in that clear sky, lots of stars out there, although the difference tomorrow morning, it's going to be a lot cooler. This morning when you head out the door, we had temperatures that were in the mid-60s, and tonight we're looking at about 54 degrees. So the kids may even need a light jacket when they head out tomorrow morning. Winds will be out of the east-northeast at 3 to 8 miles per hour. Cool in Butler tonight at 52, Beaver 54, Washington you'll fall to 52 degrees, Uniontown 56. Tomorrow we hit repeat on the forecast with plenty of sunshine and a high temperature up to 79 degrees. Winds will be light again out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We have a high pressure in control of our weather, and with high pressure you get just really beautiful weather really most of the time, and that's what we're dealing with here over the next couple of days. 76 in Butler for tomorrow, 79 in Uniontown. Morgantown you'll top out near 80. Washington 78 degrees, and an hour by hour look if you do have any plans. It's going to be cool in the morning as I mentioned, but warming up nicely in the afternoon, and you'll see here on our car washing forecast if you need to get that done, 57 at 9 a.m. Maybe you want to wait until it warms up a bit. 1 o'clock temperature will be right around 73 degrees. 5 o'clock 77. And again, here's a look at the 5-day forecast, topping out near 80 again for your Wednesday. Lots of sunshine to continue as we head through the week. Lows were actually going to be staying in the 50s until we get into Friday night. We'll bump it up to 60. Overall, though, these temperatures are above average all the way through your weekend, always in view. 82 Saturday, 83 Sunday, with a little more cloud cover working its way in for the latter half of the weekend. Today is an anniversary for Hurricane Ivan. You might remember that. We'll take a look at some pictures from that day. We'll also track your humidity forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Eaton Park is looking a little different. The Eaton Park at the waterfront in Homestead got a dramatic remodel. This video from the Trib shows the changes. They include a larger takeout order area, more flexible seating, and a private dining room.
A family is welcoming triplets born without the help of fertility drugs.
And doctors say it happens to 1 in every 9,000 couples.
I just couldn't believe it. Like my jaw dropped. I felt all my blood went to my feet.
But the 3 new babies are only one part of this remarkable story. What makes their birth even more unbelievable?
And a little boy waiting in the middle of traffic at a crosswalk. Drivers are supposed to put on the brakes there. The story behind this crosswalk danger next.
and traffic, updated every 10 minutes on Channel 11 Morning News.
Cars driving by stopped school buses. It's something we're seeing way too much these days, and Allegheny County tops the list of state violators. New numbers from the Administrative Office of Pennsylvania Court shows Allegheny County had 1,900 passed buses, followed by Butler and Westmoreland counties. Since 2014, police have written almost 11,000 tickets.
Well, check this out, a video showing a child trying to cross a street on the way to school, and it's raising concerns in a Texas town. But something like this could happen anywhere. In the video, a 12-year-old boy is stuck waiting in the middle of the crosswalk. Cars just going by, they're not stopping and waiting for the boy to cross. As you know, by state law, drivers have to stop at crosswalks when somebody's trying to get across. In this video alone, 7 drivers broke the law, and all of them put that boy's life at risk.
He was like, "Mom, I'm just trying to get home. No one ever stops. There's not anybody out there."
She says she's not taking any chances. She now drives her little boy to school every day.
Easy Pass is supposed to make taking the turnpike simpler.
But coming at a price for some drivers.
This is a paycheck. This is my mortgage.
Target 11 finds out why Easy Pass is costing some drivers hundreds of dollars.
And more eyes are investigating the death of a former Steeler. The questions they have about why it took so long to find him at a personal care home.
That's a game-winning touchdown. Wow, what a catch!
Fighting for every yard.
He's going all the way. No one covers high school football like Channel 11. Skylights on WPXI, sponsored by Chapin Luhana Injury Law Firm. Fridays at 11. Johnson and Lisa Sylvester on Channel 11 News, 11 at 11.
Channel 11 has learned the Department of Human Services is now investigating the death of Super Bowl champion and former Steeler Sam Davis. Davis's body was found last week at the personal care home in which he had been living after McKeesport police put out an alert saying he was missing. Channel 11's Michelle Newell has developing details.
It's been almost 1 week since former Pittsburgh Steelers legend Sam Davis passed away. Since his death, there have been questions about why it took so long to find Davis. He was reported missing from the New Life personal care home in McKeesport around 6:50 in the morning. He was found deceased inside the home around 8:30 that night. We went to the New Life personal care home but was told the owner wasn't there. He called us later this evening and said he is unable to make a statement because the investigation is ongoing. Almost 1 week later, Channel 11 learned the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services is now investigating the New Life personal care home. We checked into state inspections that were done at the personal care home. These are some of the violations we found in inspection reports over the years. A wooden headboard, footboard, and nightstand that contained a 3-gallon can of gasoline in the designated smoking area. 6 resident records did not include a photograph. There were 2 urine specimens along with food in the pantry refrigerator. Even though we found violations, it appears the New Life personal care home worked on getting them all fixed. The Davis family sent us this statement that reads in part they would like to thank everyone for their love and support, but still have a lot of questions and concerns surrounding the passing of their father. They said they've been in touch with the New Life personal care home, but are still waiting to hear back from McKeesport police. They said right now they want to focus on their father's legacy and saying a proper goodbye.
And we know the family has been in touch with the personal care home, but they told Michelle they are still waiting to hear back from McKeesport police.
Police in Ambridge tased a teenager after a high school football game. Officers say there was a fight involving 30 kids and adults this past weekend. When police tried to break it up, they say the crowd screamed, "He's got a gun," and pointed at the teen. Police say the teen refused to show his hands and then ran.
Oh, yeah, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the boy to stop when the cops told you to stop. So, and that's what I always taught my kids.
We're told the officer tased the teen because he wouldn't stop running. Channel 11 is working to find out more about a shooting in Manchester this morning. Police were called to Hoffman Street for reports of shots fired. This happened between Route 65 and the railroad tracks. Our photographer saw what appeared to be 2 people who may have been taken into custody there.
New details on how local officials plan to tackle traffic with a roundabout. The Trib is reporting you could see work begin within 2 years on a roundabout at Route 356 and LaBellevue Road in Allegheny Township west of Vandergrift. PennDOT says roundabouts are safer than traditional intersections. A recent study found they reduced crashes by 34% and serious injuries by 90%. A state lawmaker has introduced a bill to raise the state's minimum age for tobacco and vaping sales. The bill would ban the sale of all tobacco and e-cigarette products to anyone under the age of 21, but there would be a consideration for members of the armed forces.
Target 11 investigates problems with the Easy Pass system. It is supposed to be a convenient turnpike tool, but it's costing some drivers hundreds of dollars. Target 11's Rick Earl spoke to one woman who said it's like having a second mortgage.
I don't understand how you could do everything right and then get penalized.
Nikki Wright says she did the right thing, but Easy Pass kept taking money out of her account.
In a 90-day period, they have taken over $1,400 out of my account.
Like many other drivers we've interviewed over the past several months, Wright was told that her Easy Pass wasn't registering at the interchange. On her 2 round trips a week between Monroeville and Harmarville, the toll is $1.40 each way. She was getting charged $10 every time.
I mean, I'm crying. I'm upset. This is a lot of money. I have 2 kids. I have expenses. $1,000 isn't $10. This is a paycheck. This is my mortgage.
A Turnpike spokesman tells Target 11 that most of the problems occur when the transponders aren't mounted properly under the rear view mirror.
If you mount your Easy Pass transponder as per the instructions that you're given, 99.9% of the times it's going to read effectively.
Wright eventually convinced Easy Pass to refund her money they took from her account during the past 90 days. But she says it was no easy task.
I have nowhere to turn. You call these people, they put you on hold. You can't speak to a supervisor.
Wright is now fighting Easy Pass for more money taken out of her account prior to 3 months ago.
What's supposed to be a convenience is a complete inconvenience. And then if you don't find out, like if they're only taking a little bit here and there, you have 90 days and that's it. And they refuse to go past the 90-day limit. They will not refund you past that 90 days. It's your due diligence to check your account.
And Nikki Wright told Rick that she'll continue to fight for money that she believes she is owed. We'll keep you posted on her progress.
Steelers coach Mike Tomlin just wrapped up his weekly news conference.
And, of course, Big Ben was the big topic, and his season-ending injury. Channel 11 sports director Albie Oxenrider joins us live at Steelers headquarters with what the coach had to say. Albie?
All right, thanks. Lots happening in a busy Monday for the Steelers, and Mike Tomlin talks about it for the first time today. Start off with the fact that he failed to get specific and provide any details on the injury to Ben Roethlisberger's elbow.
You guys know I try to avoid getting into specifics in this forum. I'm not a doctor, and I think, you know, a lot of those things will be confirmed when he gets his surgery. I'll probably wait until after that to get into specific details about what they found and the prognosis in terms of recovery.
So the Steelers move forward with a game at San Francisco, trying to dig out of an 0-2 hole. The other big news was the trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick yesterday. He is, as the coach says, on the ground, and he'll be anchored in at free safety when the Steelers play at San Francisco on Sunday. And as far as the backup quarterback situation, Devlin Hodges, according to the coach, is their best short-term option, and they acquired Paxton Lynch, former #1 pick, and have assigned him to the practice squad. And at least for now, that's how things will look as the Steelers head out west to San Francisco. Reporting live at Steelers headquarters, I'm Albie Oxenrider, Channel 11 News.
Thanks, Albie. Usually our consumer advisor Clark Howard tells people to stay away from credit cards.
But there is one group of people he says should get credit cards. He explains why next.
Meteorologist Stephen Crawford tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Breaking right now, state police have just arrested Pirates pitcher Felipe Vasquez. He is charged with trying to solicit sex from a teenage girl from Florida. Florida investigators say this started 2 years ago when the victim was 13 years old. In July, police say Vasquez sent a video of himself performing a sex act to the victim and suggested they would meet up for sex after his baseball season was over. Vasquez right now is in the Allegheny County Jail. He'll be sent to Lee County, Florida to face charges.
Will you see a raise next year? A survey by a consulting firm finds average salaries will increase by an average of 3.2%. But there's a caveat. Things such as incentive or signing bonuses are expected to surge to record levels.
Fall hasn't officially started, but it's never too early to think about the holidays. Despite the trade war with China, it looks like Americans may be in a spending mood. Deloitte's annual holiday retail forecast estimates sales to jump by a total of more than $1 trillion. The biggest spike is expected online. We have a special warning for you if you carry just one credit card in your wallet.
Our consumer advisor Clark Howard explains why you should apply for another card now.
I've got a special thing you got to be aware of with the economy slowing. If you carry only a single credit card, you need to get a second one. If you're in a married couple, each of you need to have 2 cards that are your own. And they need to be from different financial institutions, because if you have both cards from the same bank and they decide they don't like you anymore, you could go from 2 cards to 0. Then it's hard to get a new one after that. So I want you to go ahead and apply now to get a couple of cards if you don't have them. And that protects you. Use the cards sparingly. You don't want to use a big part of your available credit. The other thing, if you have a ton of cards and you haven't used several of them in a long time, make a couple of purchases on them and pay them off so those cards stay active. You're less likely to get canceled if you've been using the cards even just a little bit. I'm Clark Howard.
And you can see more from Clark Howard on our streaming app. Just search for WPXI on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.
A family is welcoming triplets born without the help of fertility drugs.
Doctors say it only happens to 1 in every 9,000 couples.
I just couldn't believe it. Like my jaw dropped. I felt all my blood went to my feet.
The 3 babies are only one part of this remarkable story. What makes their birth even more unbelievable?
Nice weather today. I'm going to let you know what the humidity is going to be like over the next couple of days. Plus, do you remember this date several years ago? We were tracking Hurricane Ivan. I'll have more on that coming up.
You're streaming WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. Get the inside scoop on all the hot events, entertainment, and celebrities in and around Pittsburgh every week. Stream Access Pittsburgh on demand anytime on WPXI.
in Washington County.
Not all stations cover the news the same way.
Channel 11 covers news everywhere you live, not just downtown. More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. Channel 11 News at 5, when you want news from where you live.
A family from Texas is welcoming triplets who were born without the help of fertility drugs. It's a miracle. Doctors say it happens so very, very rarely, but that is only the beginning of this remarkable story. Allie Spilliards reports.
She was 4 pounds, 3 ounces.
It's hard to imagine just how many diapers.
So this is baby V, and she was 4 pounds, 5 ounces.
Bottles.
He weighed 3 pounds, 6 ounces.
And outfit changes Carlos Wallenstein and Dalit Bialis have in their future. The couple celebrated the arrival of 3 healthy babies. A chaotic but precious new normal they never imagined possible.
I just couldn't believe it. Like my jaw dropped. I felt all my blood went to my feet.
A huge surprise for anyone, but especially a couple already raising multiples. Meet 4-year-old twins Orly and Leon. Also born preemies in this exact same hospital, delivered by the same doctor who brought their siblings into the world.
I know that they've wanted a big family. I don't think they wanted it quite this condensed and quick, but I don't know. You got to be careful what you wish for.
For many years, the couple simply wished for one healthy birth. After one miscarriage,
the first one, it was tough to digest and everything.
Turned into another.
It took me a while to recover.
And eventually 3 more. So though they never planned to become a family of 7, they're grateful for 2 healthy, amazingly natural pregnancies as they prepare to tackle the chaos.
We need to figure out that system. We have it 2 against 2, but yeah, when they outnumber us, we don't know. I guess we're not going to sleep.
A blessing one doctor told them carries the same odds as becoming president.
He said that it's 1 in 10 million to have natural twins and then natural triplets. So I need to play the lottery.
Though now, he'll be lucky if he ever finds the time.
And after sharing their story on social media, the dad says he's come across only one other family that has had both twins and triplets, and they're in Europe.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
All right, we are talking about Hurricane Ivan. Today is the anniversary. You might remember it. It flooded the city. The remnants did as it moved up through this area. Wettest ever day on record today. 5.95 inches of rain in the city, and you can just see some of those bridges downtown and how high the water got up. And as we take a look at this picture, these are actually from the National Weather Service in Pittsburgh. This is the Fort Duquesne Bridge 279 north, headed toward the North Shore, the bathtub area, what we call it here. And there's a look at PNC Park in the North Shore, and look at just how high that water came up. So I know a lot of us are familiar with this day. Take a look at just where it ranks with the wettest days on record here in Pittsburgh. Of course, it is number 1, but a lot of our rainfall as far as 24 hours go are from tropical systems. We had Tropical Storm Gordon back in September of 2018, 3.73 inches. Francis in 2004, 3.6. So here's Ivan back from 2004 on this day. Well, we take a look at a much different picture for us today as we look at our visible satellite. You can see the clouds that are moving across in spots, some high-level clouds through Pittsburgh, a few fair weather cumulus clouds down to the south as well. And we have sunshine to talk about today and for the rest of the day as high pressure is in control. So high pressure up to the north. Clockwise wind flow around high pressure is going to be bringing in a wind that's generally out of the east over the next couple of days, and that wind will stay light around 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're going to have highs today close to 80 degrees, but just a touch cooler than yesterday, I think, and still above average. You can see our running forecast for this evening. Plenty of sunshine, turning to that mostly clear sky as the sun goes down. 76 degrees at 7, 72 at 8 o'clock, down to 69 degrees by 9 p.m. Humidity-wise, over the next couple of days, it's still looking fantastic. We're going to have that humidity drop through the day today as dew points go from about 60, where it's at right now, down into the 50s, and very comfortable air for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as well. So we are not going to be sweating throughout the week ahead. Tonight, it's going to be cooler for you, so when you head out the door tomorrow morning, you may need a light jacket. 54 degrees with a clear sky tonight. East-northeast winds 3 to 8 miles per hour. Cool really all across the area with 53 in Greensburg, 56 in Uniontown, 52 in Butler and in Washington, and may even actually need a little blanket on the bed tonight. Tomorrow, looking at the temperatures rebounding really nicely into the upper 70s, so about 79 in Pittsburgh again, 77 in Greensburg, 76 in Butler, near 80 in Morgantown and in Uniontown. The hour-by-hour forecast, if you're out and about walking Fido early in the morning, you may need that jacket, as I mentioned, with temperatures going up to about 57 degrees at 9 a.m., 73 at 1, and then rebounding into the upper 70s in the afternoon. Here's a check of my 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view, and we're actually dealing with really nice, comfortable air over the next couple of days with those mid-50s, 80s by Thursday and Friday, although it's going to be close Tuesday and Wednesday, as you see. And then as we head into the weekend, the lows are coming up into the 60s, and you'll see a little more cloud cover there at the icon on Sunday, 83 degrees. We're in a warmer weather pattern above average through the weekend, and really the next chance for rain or even some thunderstorms doesn't come into the forecast until Sunday night into Monday, as that's when our next cold front will be moving in.
Well, you've heard of support animals like dogs, cats, even turkeys. So what about a support clown? The reason this guy took a clown to work.
Seven-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
When a New Zealander learned he was going to be fired, he didn't see it as a problem.
No, he saw it as an opportunity, especially when he found out he could bring a support person. He brought a clown on his last day. He suspected he was facing the axe at the advertising agency where he worked, and when he was told he could bring a support person, Joe, the clown, tagged along. He is a professional, by the way, and Joe made balloon animals. As the man was being told he was being let go, the clown mimed crying as the paperwork slid across the table. Not all bad news, though. Aww. Since the worker advertised his own firing in a most creative way. He quickly got another job, and hopefully he won't have to call the clown back for quite some time.
That's pretty funny. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast comes up tonight at 5.
You can get breaking news updates anytime on our streaming apps. Just search WPXI on Apple TV, Roku, or Amazon Fire. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Enjoy.
Watch Channel 11 News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
This is Take 5, highlighting Western Pennsylvania's most innovative and successful businesses.
Hello and welcome to Take 5. I'm Heather Rivera. Today I'm joined by Teresa Gaspard, Special Events Manager at the Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium. Teresa, many people know